Okay. Hey guys, it's Deanna from Deanna's Reality, and we're here today with Shimi, my girl. We're about to talk about Love is Blind Season 4. You guys, this is a hot trending topic, and we have a lot to say. A lot. There's so much going on, there's so many moving parts, and we definitely need to give our input on what we think about the different persons and characters in there. We definitely want to let you know. So here we are today. Shimi.
Hey guys, I'm so happy to be joining you guys on Deanna's Reality. I hope your audience, your divas, don't mind if we go off screen for a bit to talk about this show. It's a hot mess express, and I definitely was entertained. So if your viewers don't mind, we're going to go off screen and talk about these couples and this season. Who do you want to start with?
Oh my gosh. You already know. Our man, Zach. We gotta talk about him. I mean, from the get-go, he was a stripper and he was so much going on with him. And his let's get right to him.
Okay, so starting from season 1, we're going to be talking about like all the episodes, guys, in season 4. So bear with us. We're going to kind of attack it from like couple to couple. So with Zach, in the beginning, Zach definitely was one of my favorites in the beginning. But then, like, I saw more of him. So I was like, okay, he seems a bit socially awkward, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And then I realized, I feel like when he started to talking with Irina and Bliss, I saw more of his personality come out when he was talking with Irina. What do you think?
I totally agree. With that.
Yeah, I wasn't understanding when he was saying, oh, I trust her more. And I'm like, there's something off about that. Like, what is it that you so trust about Irina when he knows exactly who and how Irina is? Because he said it himself. He said she's vicious. He says that she seems like the type of person, if someone hurts her, that she'll go after them. So he knew what he was getting himself into. I just feel like he felt like he was going to be getting a Russian model that looked like Megan Fox, which is why he decided to like look past all of those red flags. She didn't even get him anything for his birthday. For Christ.
Man. you're completely true. Honestly, all the fact that you're bringing up is totally valid, and I know that a lot of people feel that way. But also, I think that he felt Irene had more to give, or Irene was being honest comparing to Bliss. And bear with me a little bit. So Bliss was telling him things that was going on that he wasn't hearing about. And now if you're somebody outside and then I come to you and I say, hey, so-and-so person is behaving a kind of a way and we aren't getting along. And, so he feel as though Bliss' intentions were for him to stray him away from Irina, and not necessarily that she was being honest in some sort of a way. I think that's what he probably felt. That's why he chose Irina, because he think that Irina probably being honest and Bliss was trying to set it up so that she can take Irina away, because he was talking to both of them and she was trying to win him. Maybe that's what he felt, and that's why he made the choice that he made. I could be wrong, but maybe.
I understand, and I agree with that. I can see how that's why he probably felt like he could trust Irina more. What it is with these guys, because I feel, and when I say these guys, I mean Zach. I see the same thing with Kwame. Not to move on to a different couple, but like, they're choosing the younger, ditzy version out of the two, because between Irina and Bliss, Irina, as she said herself, she is not as accomplished as Bliss or Zach. She is more immature and not as emotionally intelligent as Bliss or Zach. He laid it all out to him, and he was still like, oh, I choose you, Pikachu. And I'm like, you wanted. You wanted the young, dumb, ditzy girl.
Oh
No,
God.
I know she has a business.
Yeah.
I all the best, but out of the two, and for such an accomplished man like Zach to choose her out of the two women, kind of like you wanted to play model, don't you, Zach?
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to play a Russian doll. Yep. So I don't really feel sorry for him because he knew what he was getting himself into. He saw and he ran with it.
Mm-hmm. Even when they met up in person, I mean, that was such a turn off. Like everyone saw that. She was like in shock. She didn't want nothing to do with him from the get-go. She already is like, oh, nope, I'm not going any further. But he still went all out and tried to do, like, look at her. And then okay. I need to fast forward a little bit. Let's jump to where he he actually was with her and they were on that trip and he was looking hell of a lot like who? What character was he looking like? What character? Because she herself said he looked like a character. So we try to find the character he looked like. Shimi, what character did he look like?
Who did he look like? I don't know who he looked like. I know who she looks like.
I think we figured out that he looked like Scooby-Doo. But only Scooby-Doo with her. Only Scooby-Doo with her.
I didn't put those two together. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry, Zach. I mean, hey, everybody loves Scooby, right? He's everybody's favorite. So it's okay.
But we're definitely gonna put a picture of what Irene looks like as a cartoon because she herself looks like a cartoon and we can't lie. I'm not gonna say she's not cute. She's cute in her own respect. She is cute in her own little box right there. But honestly,
I listen, I'm not one. I don't like to comment on women's look or anyone's look because we can't help it. However, I feel what I will say is if you look like Irina, this is for you. I'm talking to you, Irina. Hi, pull up a chair. When you look the way you do, it would help if you have a nice personality because you would need to balance things out. So I don't think you have any space in your life or in your face to be a mean girl. So I will say that, but I'm not, describing looks.
Ouch. And let's just put this out there. We are only saying this because she approached Jack with Zach, I'm sorry, that he looked like a cartoon. And plus in the beginning of the episode and then meeting everybody, she's like, oh, she don't want people to like her for her long hair, her dark hair, her beautiful face. So I was like, wait a minute.
She also said
am I looking at the same person?
She looked like Megan Fox. And I'm just like, oh my God. Megan, if you're hearing this and watching this review,
forgive us.
Sorry. On behalf of Irina, we apologize, Megan.
Excuse me.
Okay. Let's keep going. So Irina and Zach, the scene where they first were revealed to each other is the most awkward scene I think I've ever seen on this entire franchise.
Agreed.
And and then those kitten heels that she keeps wearing, those white sandals. I'm like, girl, take off those kitten heel sandals. But so they met each other. I believe, I don't know. I feel like even though Zach said to her, oh, wow, you're beautiful. You look like Megan Fox. I don't think he truly felt that once he saw her. I think he was just he's a nice guy, awkward, but nice. And I think he was just trying to be nice when he said that to her.
Agreed. He was just trying to pay her a compliment because being a lawyer, you would know this. You try to put something out there to see what reaction he got back. But surprisingly, that's when he knew it wasn't connecting because the reaction was blind bear zero. She didn't want him. I don't even know why she even stepped on that plane and went to Mexico. She should have just said, you know what, right here and then, I don't want you. I the face doesn't match your personality and I can't move forward from here. But she had other plans.
The other couples, I want to say, like, talk about the house experience as well. Because I really feel like Irina and Micah just wanted a free trip, a free vacation in Mexico, and some TV time to help their business and their career. Because I think Micah is in marketing. So
marketing
like,
manager.
Yeah, they probably just sent her on this experience so that she can get like new marketing ideas or something. And then as for Irina, she felt like it was going to help her business. And they get a free trip. Because the way they approached the situation and how they acted, so immature, says you're not ready to be anyone's wife. And I don't think they wanted marriage. So I really hated how they reacted to everyone in the house, like the other women there.
Agreed. They were totally mocking everyone. They were laughing, talking behind everyone back, not respecting people's privacy, not being sympathetic or empathetic again towards anyone. They were just having fun. But then again, we're just talking about basically what we're saying here. I feel that it only goes from episode 1 through episode 5, because things changed once Irina was out of the picture. Everyone started glowing up and growing up.
We'll definitely get to the glow up. It was real. So, okay, so let's go on to the next couple, I guess. There was Paul, Micah, and Amber. I think that was the threesome there.
Yeah. Yes.
And such a sweet girl. And to me, she's so beautiful.
Yes.
Honest, she was mature, and she seemed like she was really there for love.
Yes.
Paul, on the other hand, I'm still a little confused as to how Paul and Micah decided to end up together, because I didn't really see the connection as between them in the pods. I don't even know where the buildup was between them. It's just, I feel like Paul decided to go after Micah as soon as he heard Kwame wanted her.
Okay, so my opinion with that, because I felt like if I needed to watch it again, but I haven't yet. But because I was a bit confused, like you were. I'm like, wait, where did this transition took place? When did they decide to be like, hey, well, let's match up? But then I felt it wasn't even that. I felt Micah forced Paul into this relationship because she know Amber wanted Paul. She already was loving on Kwame, right? Yes.
Yeah.
She already was loving on Kwame and wanted to commit to him, but she wanted to explore things a little with Paul by having another date. But then as soon as she saw Amber came in with all these flowers and all these, because Paul was really into Amber, she decided to be like, hey, I'm going to take him. I'm going to show, like, that's how I felt. Like, she was like, I'm going to show you guys that I can have her man. It's no longer yours, girl. I'm going to have him. I think that's when the switch up really took place.
I agree with that. I think that's the game both her and Irina play. Oh, let's see who could take whose man, because that's why once she realized she got Paul, like she took him in her mind, of course, Amber, she was then cheerleading Irina to, oh, go ahead, go make sure you close the deal with Zach. And it came for them. So you're absolutely right with that. And I think the same Paul, because as I said, I remember when Kwame was talking to the boys and he mentioned that, Micah is his number one and he wants to propose. Zach was like, oh, I got to run over there. I'm not going to lose to this big, strong, strapping black man. So let me go and scoop her up. And I think that's what seemed to be happening between Micah and Paul. They just had their own agenda, because I don't see how he would have chosen Micah over Amber when we saw more footage of him and Amber in and building a deeper connection. But Amber,
well, to be quite honest, sorry to cut you off, but to be quite honest, I should have mentioned that just now, but I didn't. Not only with Micah, but with Paul. Micah, as I said, Micah forced Paul into this relationship. She actually, because Paul seems like, those little schoolboys those little scientists that are easily persuaded. Okay. So I felt as though he was persuaded into this, like, hey, aren't we sharing more? Because she was very demanding in the last, well, not last, but second to last conversation that they had, date before the proposal. She was very demanding. Do you want me? Are you going to break things up with her? Like, she was really pushing him, and she knew, she's like, those mean girls in school? She was pushing buttons, and she knew where to push and how hard to push, because he wanted Amber. And even when they went on the trip, he wanted Amber. Like he felt as though he made a mistake because he wasn't even by her side most of the time. Where was Paul? Where is Paul? Where's her date? Like, you know, she really pushed him. I don't feel as though, I don't agree with the part where he felt as though he had to take her from Kwame, because I didn't see that about him. I felt like he was genuine, but is that she played with his mind and he felt he needed to do it.
Well, these boys are easily toyed with, clearly, but either which way, let's explore the connection between, even though they didn't end up together, between Micah and Kwame in the pods. So like, this is the beginning of it all. He wanted her from the get-go. And again, I just feel like these boys are going after the younger, ditzier version, because compare Micah to Chelsea, Micah mature, she's younger, where Chelsea has a great head on her shoulders, knows what she wants, she has a career, and so forth. But Kwame was somehow smitten by Micah. I feel like he was never really serious about Kwame. I got the sense that she wasn't serious because she knew that she couldn't take home that black man to her. But she could have genuinely liked him.
Yeah.
But she knew it couldn't be anything more than what it was beyond those pods. And I got that vibe from her. As for Kwame, I got a question for you, because when he was in the pods, he was like, oh, I was going to go with the name Alex. And I'm like, for what? Why? Why go with the name Alex over Kwame? Why? Please tell us, who are you trying to attract? Kwame. And then you don't want to even say your name in its African, or I don't know which country from Africa he's from, but say the name the way it should be pronounced. He's pronouncing it Kwame. It is not Kwame. Say it properly, sir. It's okay. You're an African. So that kind of triggered me when he said I wanted to go by the name Alex, because who are you trying to attract? Judged, he said. Judged by who? Who would judge you? Because if it was another black woman, we're certainly not judging you for your name. So does that he seemed really only interested in the snow. If it ain't snowing, he ain't going. That's what I think about.
Listen, I 100% agree. First of all, he is my least favorite person in season 4 because of this same topic that we're touching here right now. I mean, own up to who you are. You are a black man. You are a black, strong man from Africa.
Ma'am.
That is 100%. Nobody... Listen, you like flavor, you like milk, that's fine. You want white snow to make snow, that is fine. Snow angels or whatever it is that you're going for. We're not hating. Not hating. We're just saying own up to who you are and stop trying to pretend to be somebody else. Those tears that you were dropping, it ain't all right, man. No. You're just too much for the wrong reasons. But anyway, back on topic. Micah and
Paul.
Micah and Kwame, the threesome, with what's her name? What's the one he ended up with? Chelsea. Okay, I really love Chelsea, but I think what he was afraid of is that Chelsea knows what she wants. Chelsea is strong. Yes, Chelsea was head on. She knew, hey, I want you, and this is how I'm going to treat you, and this is what I want for our life. But Micah was like, oh, Micah wasn't even giving him any vibes to say, I don't even know how we love her or how we got with her. Just like how we don't know how Paul got with her. Right. She wasn't giving the vibe to her. It's saying that I love you. I want you. Let's be together. She was just listening and just chilling and just like whatever. She really wasn't giving the 100 that Chelsea was giving. Chelsea was giving 100 from the but then he don't want a strong woman. He wants somebody he can slap around and tell what to do, and that is Michael. He wants to have fun. He doesn't want to have a serious relationship. He is not ready for a serious relationship. That is my opinion. He's just full of it. He is just full of it.
I couldn't agree more with that statement. Just like Zach, I feel like they just wanted the younger version, ditzy version. I too love Chelsea. She's definitely my kind of girl. In the beginning, though, I would say in the beginning, like the first maybe 3 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
I did think that the connection Chelsea had with Kwame was a bit disingenuous because I really wasn't understanding how she was so gung-ho over Kwame so suddenly. And I get it. She knows what she wants, but it was kind of giving me a little bit of a Get Out vibes. Like she was sent on a mission to go get one and bring him back. I mean, and later on in the episode or the season, we learned that she wanted to move to her side of town with her family. So he's going to be there just without his family and with her family. So that was totally giving me Get Out vibes completely. But as an individual, I do like Chelsea a lot. Strong woman, you go girl. I love women like that. And I love that she knows what she wants and goes after it. So kudos to you, Chels, if you're looking at this. Alrighty.
Yeah, so, agreed.
yeah. So who's the next couple that we have? Marshall and Jackie.
Oh, wow. This couple. And what is the other guy name?
Josh. I think it's Josh. Is it? Yeah.
Okay.
Ears. Yeah, that's Josh. He's got the ears going for him. Hi, Josh.
Listen, Josh, I don't know, man. Listen, I was just taken back by the ears, dude. I mean,
well, we're not gonna you. It's okay, Josh. You it is
you're
what
cute,
it is.
You're fly, you're what? The tequila man, you're the smooth lover boy, all those things, Josh. All right. So let's get to the triangle here.
Yeah.
Now, I love my what's his name? You see, this is the thing. I forget their name easily.
Marshall.
Okay, yeah. So Marshall is such a cute and sensitive man. He is sensitive, he is loving, he knows what he wants, and he made it clear to everyone, this is the girl that I want, and I'm feeling the vibe with her. But I felt that she didn't really want him. She wanted to go with Josh. Yes, I felt like she wanted to go with Josh, but she chose my guy because he was what she would normally not go for. She wanted to try something different. And I feel as though that's unfair to him. And he also knows that's not the girl. Well, he says that's the girl he usually go for. And he was trying to see if they'll be able to mesh and he'll be able to get, her, a better version of her, as he put it. Or better, but man, this couple right here, it's a rocky road. I don't they're at the bottom of my list too, honestly.
I agree. I mean, I feel like Jacqueline and Josh deserve each other. They're both immature, they're both toxic, and it's what they're both used to. So they can just join forces and just be toxic together, as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, best way to put it. You did it.
Marshall, I really do love Marshall. And I have to apologize to Marshall because I feel like in the beginning, I thought on the rainbow, but that's probably me and my own toxicity. Like to even associate his, sensitivity and his gestures to such. I think that's what a lot of women do, and we need to stop. So I'm going to definitely apologize to Marshall for thinking that. But he has quickly become one of my favorite guys. He seems more mature and more emotionally in tune than definitely than Jackie. And agreed. I cannot and do not understand why Jackie had a mental breakdown on the honeymoon. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, what are you crying about? She was talking about having to take on the load of her family. So I was confused. I'm like, are you like the breadwinner of your family? Do you need money, Jackie? What is it?
I honestly felt that she was talking financial and she wanted him And she wanted him to probably say, I got you, babe, 100% financially, because that was like, those tears was unnecessary. She's like, I got so much shit to take care of. I got so many people that depends on me. So I'm like, dude, but why are you crying for this? Like, have a conversation as a grown ass adult. But then you remember she wasn't connecting and vibing with him. So she's trying to find reasons for him to come on and say, baby. Because you remember she wanted a 6 feet strapping tattooed up guy. So she wanted to come on and say, baby, I got you 100%. You know, maybe she dates guys that deals with drugs. I don't know. I'm just saying, let's just throw that out there to have the dinero. Okay.
Not fact. Okay. We just want to put that out there for the glam.
Yes. We're just giving our opinion. This is just my opinion. I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying this is the vibe I'm getting. Like, the girl wants, dude.
Money man. That's what it's like.
Okay. You don't need to be a dentist assistant anymore, sweetie. I got you and your family.
I got
but
that.
Marshall was not giving that. He's not on that vibe. He would take care of you, but not your whole family, girl.
Thank you. I got the same thing. I saw other people saying that she was crying because she's scared of her family. And I'm like, because I mean, if you're that terrified of your family, you wouldn't be because you care about what they say and what they'll do. You'll be indoors. I really got the sense that she wanted Marshall to just be like, you know what, babe, it's okay. When we get back home, I'm gonna wire you 100,000 and we got this. She wanted Brett. Okay. She wanted a Brett, but I got the same exact vibe. Speaking of, I love Brett and Tiffany.
Oh my God. They are my number one couple. I'm telling you, they are my favorite. Listen, he wasn't even trying to mess with nobody else.
Nope.
He wasn't trying to mess with nobody else. He chose, even though she fell asleep.
Child.
Tiffany girl, don't drink. Don't drink and drive.
What? Honey, if you're listening, come close. What was going on? You need to know, were you drinking? But she said she was tired. It was a long day. I guess I
felt, Tiffany, I felt you were drinking, girl. I felt, because they showed clips of you partying and singing and dancing, and not partying, but dancing and enjoying your company, and you were singing. So I felt as though you took a few shots and it was tiring. After that, it was okay. My man Brandon's gonna put me to sleep.
I get it. I mean, only you guys know what that experience is like, being in those pods all day.
Yes.
You just needed some liquid courage, I'm sure. So I get it. But I do love Tiffany and Brett. What was a cringy scene for me, just side note, when they had to wake Tiffany up and then they started singing Daddy's Home by Usher. I'm like, what is this karaoke? What is happening? I think it was Chelsea and I can't remember who else came to wake up Tiffany, but then they started singing and I'm like, okay, stop right now, Chelsea. The karaoke.
I believe they started that karaoke earlier, so they continued it. That's why she was singing and dancing in the inside of the house, because they were doing that earlier. So they just continued it and brought her a bottle of water.
Okay, at least they were having fun. It's okay.
Yes, but as you said, we absolutely love this couple. They are perfect for each other, and we are rooting for them, for their success and everything from start to finish, because Brett is like, he is a man. But we're gonna get to a little bit of a later on of scenes that we don't like about him. Okay, the comments that he made.
I don't want to touch on a couple things where it concerns them in depth, but okay. I guess we go on to who is it? There's another couple. Are we forgetting people? What are their names?
Is there another couple?
I think so.
Them?
Well, no, there's not a lot of couples. We have Marshall and Jackie, which we touched on. Then we have Zach and Irina, the Bliss. We touched on as well. Micah and Paul. Why do I feel like we're forgetting someone?
Tiffany and Brent. No, that's it. We're touching on 5 couples. Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's way less this time around. Okay, great. So I guess let's just get a little bit more into their relationship, I guess. What do you think of Bliss? Do you like her?
I absolutely love Bliss. she's a beautiful woman. She not only in looks but in thoughtfulness.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly, I see a little bit of myself in her. Like, I mean, she's considerate of others feeling.
Mm-hmm.
She totally went up to when she felt as though what's her name, Irene, and her relationship was messing with her and Paul's relationship. Zach,
Zach. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zach relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She went up and she cleared the air. You know, she thought about his birthday. She's very intellectual. She's very open, you know,
Mm-hmm.
emotional and everything. She is a sweet girl. She is completely a sweet girl. She's a little bit of a nerd, but she is a sweet girl.
I love Bliss. I love her name.
Mm-hmm.
Heard anyone with that name?
Yeah.
Stunning. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it identifies as a Black woman or what, but I saw her parents and she has a Black parent. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure what she identifies as, but I would just want to say to Bliss, if you're listening, honey, it's okay to be Black, boo. You could stand in whatever form of Blackness you want to stand in. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's all right. But nonetheless, I love her. Regardless what she chooses to identify as, I don't know. She didn't mention it. It doesn't matter. She
Yeah.
still seems like a wonderful woman. Okay, great. So I think we've touched on that. And then the house shenanigans. As you mentioned, when Irina was brazen enough up to Bliss asking, "Oh, what did she ask her? Can I get a candle?"
Yes, one of her candles.
Oh, girl, it couldn't have been me. Bliss handled it well enough, I must say. But
She
I
did.
realized that she really will provoke you.
Mm-hmm.
Slap her around a little bit. We don't condone violence, but she looked slap her around, you know, snap her out of it.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
don't like that she felt comfortable enough to go and ask for that. Like, seriously?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, agree. All right. The house situation you were saying about Kwame. Well, after what's her name? Irina was disrespectful, in my opinion, by asking Bliss for a candle. It's like, no,
Yeah.
girl, get somebody else to do it. Then,
Yes.
then we have Kwame breakdown.
Oh, my girl. Kwame was like, I mean, we touched on that a little bit. Kwame was one depth of that scene where Kwame was tearing up, man. He teared up like a cat. He teared up like a family member just passed away. He was really into, he was so taken back that Michael left him, that she didn't want him anymore. And he went, he took a few shots. I mean, I love the fact that they showed that scene. And he took some shots. He took the bottom from his head. He was so upset. When Paul came back and after he proposed, he was wow. I don't know. Paul is my enemy and he doesn't even know. Like, going on there was wow.
Listen, I mean, I wish I could say my heart goes out to Kwame, but I'm sorry, it doesn't. Oh well. Oops, sorry. And it's like, okay, and that's why I'm surprised that Chelsea even accepted, because as we said, she is a strong woman and she knows what she wants, and she just doesn't seem like the type to accept what looks like second place. So for her to accept, I mean, I was like, that's why I felt in the beginning it seemed a bit disingenuous and like she just needed to, again, a scene from Get Out, but I don't think that later on. So let's talk about.
She should have just moved on and be like, nope, you didn't choose me first. I don't want you. Bye. But she accepted that like if she was the first choice.
Well, you know what? We'll see. Maybe she's playing the game. We'll see. And let's talk about Mexico, okay? First of all, there's one scene that really, before we even get to the pool scene, when they got to Mexico, I love that the girls are all talking about how sore they were. I mean, Aki was even saying she was sore. So I was like, okay, Marshall, putting it down. Okay.
Hey.
You know, I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but I was proud of my boy Marshall. The fact that Jackie was a girl, I'm sore too. Chelsea, well, of course, I'm not surprised there. And even Tiffany. So that was a cute moment for me to witness. I was happy about that. I don't know why. I also love the scene.
I honestly, I thought Jackie was lying about that particular. She was wanting to get in line with them because she's not the type of girl. She is honestly no, don't. She's honestly not the type of girl to tell her business. If you notice throughout the house and everything, and throughout this entire trip, she kept a lot of things to herself. She never went ahead and say, "This is what I'm experiencing. This is what I want." If you recall, replay all those scenes in your head. Jackie is very private. When it comes to her and like she would say it on camera, like certain things, because she knows it's going to show up afterwards, not while they're there. But she wasn't giving anybody any information. So I think she just grooved on in with the rest of them and say she was sore. That's my opinion. But hey,
you know what?
No disrespect, Marshall.
Jackie, did you come on this show for some financial help, girl? Let us know. We will start a GoFundMe.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, I also loved the scene with Brett and Tiffany where they were making out and he was like, "Get on top," and I'm like, "Ooh, talk to me nice, sir. This is how you get us on top.
Hi,
how it works for the fellas."
Yes,
take a picture. Let's book because nobody. It's a lot of work, but if you do it the way Brett did
yes. Oh yes, he was allowing her to do her thing. I love it. I love it. I love Brett. I have nothing. I love Brett. Brett is a man. He is a man.
Did you see the scene in Mexico where they all started to see each other, where all the couples, I think this was the beach moment when they were seeing each other for the first time as a group. The look on Kwame's face when he saw Micah was like, damn it. You could see it. Like, if you guys look at this photo right here, you'll see Kwame's face where he first saw Micah coming in with Paul. And it's like I saw instant like regret stepping in and him thinking that Micah was his, because she's a gorgeous girl, you know, and I love that she eats. So she's a pretty woman. And in that pool scene, can we talk about that pool scene real quick? Because it couldn't have been me. Conversation that Kwame and Micah was having. Can we talk about that? Can we please?
Oh, yes. That is a very, very hot topic right there.
Very triggering.
Listen. This. I would not listen. A conversation could not go on even for 60 seconds. No. That was just wrong. That was, man, the disrespect was very high. I felt as though no one respected one another there. When it comes to Micah respecting Chelsea and Kwame respecting Chelsea, like I felt as though Kwame and Micah did not care. Nobody else was important except for the two of them, and I really was there for as a backup. She was triggering. She was pushing buttons. She was doing too much, and I hated that right there for Chelsea. And Chelsea just sat there. As you said, it could not have been us. Not only you, but not me either, sis.
I'm
not
sorry.
Me. Like you, why is my man talking to you? Why are you guys having a conversation? What is happening? Why am I not included in this conversation? Why? Like, girl,
kudos to Chelsea. Kudos to her for handling the situation as a grown woman. And she's a better woman than a lot of us. So kudos to you, Chelsea.
Yes.
I hated the part where she asked him to get her some chips and guac, and he was like, "Okay, honey," and he hasn't moved to get the chips and guac to a day like today. She had to get it because he was just busy talking to Micah, and like, you know, especially, and then in the pool when Micah asked him to get her a shot, like, girl, no, get it yourself.
Right?
Do you see how they walked out?
What she did say?
Yeah. Like, and Brett Brett's facial expressions were so funny because you could tell he was like, "Ooh, these girls are trouble. I don't want no parts of this."
Yep. He was glad that he wasn't in any triangle right
Yeah.
there. You can see it. He's like, bitch, you try it right there. I'm not,
He's
And then
like,
he was watching, he was just silently watching everything.
yep. He was drinking his drink and just like happy
Oh
to.
my God.
So I'm at, but yeah. So Kwame, shame on you. Shame on you. There was no need for that conversation to happen the way it did, as long as it did, and the touching and all that stuff. That was disrespectful. And Jackie is two-faced, okay? Because in that pool,
Mm-hmm.
she was telling Chelsea, I think it was where Jackie, Tiffany, and Chelsea was there, and she was telling Chelsea something like, "Oh girl, go get your man, girl. Don't do that. Don't allow that to happen." And then cut forward, there was another scene where Jackie was telling Michael, "Oh girl, if you want him, you can have him." So it's like, girl, pick a side.
Yes.
Why toxic and empty, sis? Like this is her whole existence. Just toxic.
That was so disrespectful. And I was disappointed in Tiffany actually being there and agreeing with Jackie in every conversation. She didn't have much to say, but she was agreeing. And then they were talking behind just ago, they were talking behind my back. And that is okay. Like, if you're gonna be, I mean, you guys haven't been friends for a long time, but you did stay in a house for for a minute, no, a few weeks. Like, come on, have respect. Like, why the backbiting? You wouldn't want it to happen to you. Don't do it to someone else. Period.
Agreed. Period.
That is, I did not. We expected that from Jackie because Jackie already know who she is. We already know she's a feisty girl. But Tiffany, no, girl, you too big for that.
Yeah, in age, Tiffany.
In age, not in looks, sweetie. Not in looks. You look perfect. But in age, you're supposed to be a little bit more mature. You're supposed to walk away from that. If you can't stop it, walk away from it.
Agreed.
Plain blank.
Yeah. Jackie, don't worry. If you're listening to this, honey, your next show, it should be Ianya Fix Your Life, if she has not retired yet, because you could use a good therapist. I'm sure we all can, but you need to see her today. Okay, so that's pretty much it, I think, for Mexico, with like the triggering moments. And the moment where Zach tried to kiss Irina and the screeching that she made every time the man touched her, she was like, that
was one, and the other part was the flirting. The flirting with Paul was disrespectful, sis. She was at a bar and she was sitting, and then Paul was flirting with her too. We're gonna get to the part where he wasn't honest about that conversation, but he was flirting with Irene also at the bar, and then Zach was looking at it like, and I hear that he didn't even confront Paul about it. Like the whole kissing of hands. Did you remember that scene when you were at that bar?
Tell me about
Irene hands. I'm like, what is on here?
Yeah.
The two of them didn't even want on a date. Why are you guys flirting?
Listen, that, and again, the secondhand embarrassment I felt for Zach when he went to kiss Irina. She said she had food in her mouth, but I feel like that was going to be her reaction regardless, because she was repulsed by him. So, and when they got back,
he couldn't even sit by her.
She didn't even want a man to. When they got back to their rooms, the conversation they had, I felt like Zach just unleashed and let her have it. He literally just told her how he felt. He didn't care. And I was like, well, all right then. Kudos for honest conversation here between the two of you. I'm not mad at it.
He is complete, and I really love that. He was like, you know what? Why are we even carrying this on? Why are we even dragging this out? He was ready, even though he didn't felt it with her, as he said, in the second date, whatever it was. He still was trying. He was putting an effort, because you come all this way. Why not put a little bit of effort? He tried. He felt the embarrassing moments that she gave. He sat next to her. She got up. He felt everything, and I am so happy that he confronted her. And then right after the confrontation, like a little bit after, she began to talk about who she wants and who she's, and then, oh, you know, we should go on a separate plane, separate seats in the plane. Like, girl, what?
Immature, just immature. Like,
Let me have some time for myself. And you know what? I feel as though I like Paul. And I'm like, girl, what?
Oh my God. We're going to definitely touch base on her liking Paul. You know, they say there's no honor amongst thieves. There's no honor amongst trolls either. And by Micah, there's no honor there either. But nonetheless.
Oh my gosh.
The like last set of episodes where they moved in together or they were seeing each other's spaces. Can we start off with Brett and Tiffany? Because baby, when Tiffany was seeing Brett's apartment, the man said to her, he said, you know what? If you don't like it, we can, if you like the building, we could get another unit, a 2 or 3 bedroom. I said, baby.
Yes.
I like dealing with a rich, okay?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Because I have never in the history of reality dating shows heard a man say something like that. Okay. Mm-mm. And you know, Brett got money. And she looked at him like, she was like, yeah, oh, okay. I would have looked at him the same way too.
Yes, I would have hugged and kissed him. That conversation would have been, hey, let's go. Oh my gosh. They would have had to cut recording. They would have had, that's a turn on right there. That's a turn on right there. Like said.
For a carry. I mean, yes, sir. Please do. The part where there's a scene, we're gonna insert, the scene is right here, guys, where she was doing the dishes. I think she was cooking for him. And she was just saying to him, you know, I don't mind you spending your money as long as you pay the bills. I feel like his facial expression in that moment was like, wait, what does she mean as long as I pay the bills? Does she expect me to pay all the bills? It showed, that's what his facial expression seemed like. And right after that, he went into, okay, so speaking of bills, what do you think? He started off with 75. He should have stopped right there. He kind of lost me when he was like 60-40. What you mean 60-40, sir? That's a whole course, but no. And you have money? No, there's 60-40. What is that?
Just to insert my comment there, I honestly think that the reason, after thinking about it, of him saying that, the reason I think that he said that was because he wanted to allow Tiffany to still be her own woman. Because, you know, a lot of women strive for independence and they think that independence means they have to pay bills. Or independence doesn't necessarily mean you have to go and take half or 50-50, 60-40. It doesn't have a number. Independence, you can have your job, you can have your own money. You don't have to pay any bills if it's not needed. If the man don't want you to pay it, he can still pay his bills. You can save your money. You can buy him nice things. You can do certain things. You understand? You can still be an independent woman without having to split the bills in half or some percentage of the bills. It's not necessary. But again, some women really feel as though if they're not putting money, they're not independent. So they need to put some money. So I think he was probably that's why he started with 75. Because I think Brent looks like a man. You remember, just to backtrack a little bit, on the scene where they were in Mexico, he bought her a swimsuit. Like he's genuinely being this man, like, babe, I got you. Yeah. I'm going to take care of you for the rest of your life. So I honestly think that he's going to take care of everything once they get married and once they last. But he was just giving her an opportunity to do her thing, you know.
That's a good point. You know what? You might be right with that. But Brett, if you're listening and you're watching this, 80-20 is just as good.
90-10 too. Hey, I'm just saying.
We love to get Brett and Tiffany, and you know, really hoping the best for those two.
Honestly,
there was who? Jackie and Marshall. What's going on there? That fight that they had, I'm still so confused as to that outbursts once again that she had over him not being aggressive enough
in the bedroom. You have to add that part in the bedroom, because it wasn't it wasn't, she wasn't referring to aggressive as in anything else. It was particularly in the bedroom, because when I got down to more of the scenes, he explained it further. It was very embarrassing for him, or touch, like it touched a spot for him that he moved out, I believe, and then he came back a little bit because he's giving her his very best. I mean, the man is getting up and cooking you breakfast.
Yeah.
Man don't have time. Like, he has a job too. He has responsibilities too. And he's getting up extra early to show you, hey babe, this is what you're gonna get. This is what I'm gonna give to you. He knows that if she probably wants, as we were speaking about earlier, this strong, big man, this, this kind of aggressive kind of dude. But he's showing her that he isn't that person. And if you are somebody that you chose the opposite, then why are you, like, if you want him to be a little bit aggressive, like, maybe say, babe, you hit me here. Something. Don't actually say you're not aggressive enough. Like, that is a little bit too much for me. Like, I mean, if you want somebody to slap you and throw you wrong, sis, you're with the wrong man. We already know Marshall in that guy.
Right.
He's a love making kind of guy. That's the vibes he gives. He doesn't give, I'm going to throw you up on the bed, slap you, turn you over, flick you. That's what she wants, but he said plain he's not that guy. And that's just disrespectful for her to be doing, like, that's what I think.
Yeah, no, you I think you're onto something there. I was just shocked as to how it went from her being so sore and bragging to the other ladies to now him. And I guess that's why you said earlier in this review that you thought she was lying. Yeah, it makes sense. Because that, how you go from that to this, girl? What is it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a saying in Guyana.
Oh, do tell.
But I believe, I'm not sure. Anybody who's listening who's from Guyana or from the Caribbean can actually touch base on this and maybe make a comment to correct me. But I believe the saying is what? Something no belly bottom, or something like skinny girls no belly bottom, or something like that. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. Let's clear the air. It's a saying that they say, like they say skinny girls don't have a belly bottom. So I don't know. He not touching belly bottom, but we're just saying. Listen, that's all. I am just saying this is a saying that they say back home, but because I don't understand a man like that is giving you the full works. He is trying his utmost best. He's respecting you. He's putting you on a high pedestal. I don't know how much higher she wants to go. She is gorgeous, and he isn't complaining about her small tits, no, but nothing. He ain't complaining about none of that. She actually brought those things up when she was about to meet him. She's like, I'm not making Minaj, but he loved. He was like, wow, you are, and he looks at her like, girl, you are all that plus some.
I mean,
why you disrespect him like that?
I don't think Marsha could handle no Nicki Minaj behind any which ways, because you throw it back and he won't even be able to catch it. No offense.
Listen.
So yeah, okay. So Micah and Paul. I like that. I like that. Micah's father's name is Paul as well. I like that. I thought that was. I like the scene where they met their parents. That was. I feel like they had like really good conversation. They seemed to like. Well, they said they liked Paul mainly because they shared a name, which was cute. It was a wholesome scene between Micah's parents and Paul. In terms of their living situation, I don't know. I didn't see what pissed me off with them. It's when Paul met Micah's friends. Can we talk about that really quickly?
Before we touch base on that, I want to just backtrack a little bit to the parents. Basically, Micah chose Paul, her dad's name, which is that's an Ike kind of thing for me. I wouldn't choose my dad's name to no. Charlie, no. But and then he chose his mom. Don't forget, Micah reminds Micah and his mom. Did you see the scene where his mom and Micah met? Do you see the personality resemblance right there? You did not. And then she even mentioned it and said, oh, but I think he's marrying his mom because his mom and I are kind of similar.
Interesting.
And then the blonde hair and everything. I'm like, oh.
Is that a bad thing though? Is it a bad?
I think he's gonna expect her to do a lot of cleaning and tidying up an organization. Listen, when you marry a man, you're already taking on that responsibility of doing certain things that his mom used to do for him, even though he's not living with his mom. Like certain things he would expect you to do. Some men, that's just clear here, some men. So I don't know. He is a very country kind of guy. He was brought up in a country where, because he already said it, the way he dresses and everything, and how he's conservative on money, because he seemed like he make a lot of money, but he's very conservative because his furniture is in his house, tells you all about the conservation of his, finances. He's getting things off of eBay and all sorts of things. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that. What did you ask me again?
Her friends, Micah's friends.
Oh God. Listen, I'm going to just give a little small clap to Paul for saying that he do not care what that little girl says. I'm going to say little girl because, sis, you have no right to tell this boy that you don't like him and give him the attitude. Hell no. I can't even remember your name. Because first of all, you were getting me so mad.
Again.
Are you the parents? Like what?
She's the head of the Mean Girl squad, it seems like. That's why Micah was so, she cared so much about her approval of Paul. And I'm like, really? She looks like Princess Fiona. It's up to you to decide in which format.
Listen to me. Girl, your makeup, first of all, that makeup is too dark.
Listen.
Get a shade lighter. That ain't your shade. And it's way too much. Don't be complimenting on nobody, man, when you are at a party, at your birthday party, and you yourself don't even have a man. I see you as a hater.
As her friend said.
Yes, I was just about to say, your friend even said, girl, you are a hater. And that green dress isn't for you. I'm hating all on you right now because you are just so wrong to compliment on your friend's man. Like, even if you want to compliment and sell her something, sis, show a little happy face, smile a little. Don't be so hard on the guy. And then you're drunk too, because I think you are drunk. Your words are slurping. So don't be complimenting on it.
She probably is drunk, but I feel like that's who she is too. Like you can look at how Micah was behaving in the house. That's the behavior amongst her and her friends. They behave that way. This mean girl mentality. And I'm like, once again, friend in the green, I'm going to give you the same advice that I gave to Irina. When you look a certain way, your personality should be able to, take you to another level. You cannot afford to act like that, lady in green. So you need to learn to be nice.
100.
Learn to be nice, sis.
Yes. Yes. So, tone it down a little bit. Tone it down.
A lot bit.
Yeah.
a lot.
A lot. You're right.
In the next season of Love is Blind, because anyways. Moving on. And then, and the way Micah spoke to Paul, you need to care. I would have been like, okay.
No.
I don't. And I'm leaving. You ladies have a great evening. And I'm proud of how he handled it. He was like, no.
Yes. And he stepped away. He stepped away, even though they didn't ask him to. He stepped away because he figured, you know what? This ain't my scene. And he went to the bathroom, and from the bathroom, he took a drink and he let them be there. Because it was not nice.
No.
Maybe they should have met on a different setting where they weren't drinking. Maybe. I'm just trying to hope for the best, but she was all sorts of wrong.
Alrighty. Let's talk about when Zach had to go did he ever move in with Irina? No, they never moved in together. He went straight into meeting Bliss.
Yes. From Mexico, he went to meet Bliss. That was they had her hopes kind of. We were halfway about it. Like from the get-go, I think when they met, even though she was trying to be tough, I remember in the pods she cried about the situation. She really was in love with him, because for you don't even know how to bake a cake, and she was really went down into the recipe, and she really presented that and she tried really hard. So it broke her heart. And for him to call her back, she felt, from there, I felt as though she would have given him a chance,
Yeah.
which she did. You know, a lot of people were not, well, we didn't want to say that she should give him a chance because nobody wants to be second best. Nobody.
Right.
Second best is not it. But I really felt that her emotions were up and she really wanted to say, hey, let me give him a chance. And she did.
Yeah.
And man, they look gorgeous.
Yeah, they do look gorgeous. At first I was like, oh, Bliss, why'd you do that? Didn't you learn from the last season from Miami, Jared? But then I thought about it, and as much as everyone is like mad that Bliss even gave him a second chance, in reality, a lot of women give men who've done far worse to them many chances, not even just a second. All we do is take them back, and they do so much worse to us. So in a sense like that, I was like, I get it. He didn't really, all he did was just not choose her.
Yes.
So, which is still a big deal, but she was still in love with him. The feelings didn't go away. So I'm not mad at her for exploring her emotions and trying to see what, where this could go. I just also feel like since he was talking to her, I saw him in a different light. He seemed attractive, even at the restaurant. I'm like, what is it about Zach? He looks better all of a sudden. So him on, Bliss on his arm, he just looks hot.
It's personalities. And as you said previously or earlier that Irina is a little troll. But a troll cannot show off another man. A troll is going to have to look like a troll. Just like in Princess Fiona, she had to become, no longer a princess, but she was a troll. So he was looking like a troll. You understand? So now Bliss came in as a princess, and Jack now becomes a prince. And together they are beautiful. Man, I even felt the emotional connection. I was like, damn, they're a hot couple. I was not expecting such a.
He didn't seem as awkward either. Yeah.
Her. And he's like, here, and then she was like, your hair's gonna do it. That was like an awkward, stupid vibe. Like, oh my gosh, that was cute.
I agree. And more of his personality came out. He just seemed to like have a bit more swag to him. So I do.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yes.
And in that scene, where was it? I can't remember what episode it was, but it was a scene when they were at the barn for Chelsea's birthday, and he leaned over and kissed Bliss. I'm like, "Hi, he's a little woman. He looks gorgeous. She looks gorgeous. The chemistry was there." I'm like, "Damn, Jackie is all hella jealous," but she wasn't there yet. Was she?
He likes to sneak in a good kiss out of nowhere. He a little horny one, but anyway.
That's why him and Irene could not have gotten along, because Irene was not ready to throw nothing back. Disrespectful little girl.
But I do enjoy seeing them together, and I just hope that, I don't know where this is going to go, if she's going to say yes to him, but I hope he treats her the way she deserves to be treated. And just like as a note overall, I'm tired of how some of these dating shows keep playing Black women. They keep playing with us in these dating shows, all of them on Netflix. And in this one particular, I just feel like Black women often have to come in and save the day, coddle you and nurse you back to whatever it is you need to, be, even when we're not the chosen one. In this case, especially, like Bliss wasn't the chosen.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he ran back to her, and now
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely. I have anything to add.
Yeah, we often got to like put aside our feelings, coddle you and your hurt, even though you hurt me first, Zach. And we're always saving the day. At least, I feel like that's how it is a lot of the time with Black women. and Netflix, you and your dating shows, stop playing with us Black women. Just stop it. Like, they be playing us big time. And I don't appreciate it. But that's another video within itself.
Definitely. So, that's a video that we definitely need to touch on in the future. I mean, we have a whole conversation in depth about how they be playing us. They listen. And I find that some people don't really see it because they're hiding it a little bit. They're throwing in this and that and making it seem as though it's funny, but it's not funny, Netflix. We see you. We see you.
They do it all the time in each show. The more shows we review, we'll point it out, and you'll see the pattern.
Yep, so, definitely. Yes.
Glam Divas, drop down in the comments. Let us know if we forgot anything that you want us to talk about, and Dee will come back and we'll do a live with you guys if you want to, talk more on this, and we'll definitely do a review on the finale, whether we think they'll, yes or no. So yeah.
Oh, before we go, let's just stop on this one thing. What's his name? Josh.
Oh, at the bar.
I'm sorry. At the bar, yeah, like, dude, why you hugging on my? Why you hugging on Marshall? Why are you pretending to know you and Marshall are cool? You guys are friends. I don't know if it's the alcohol. I don't know what it is. Even Marshall was like, "What the hell is that? That's just weird." Yeah, and you're doing that while trying to steal the man, girl. Boy.
Well, you can't steal her.
I just can't wait for the rest of the episode.
This is why I say
she's already gone.
She for the streets. This is why I said Josh and Jackie, the two JJ, they deserve each other, because when he was acting and how he's a player or something like that, he was saying what was he saying? He's a tequila man and he's a ladies man.
And he's a lover boy and a lover man. A lover boy and a tequila man. And he's good. And he's good in all the areas. And then she's like, that's what I like. That is disrespectful right here.
It's stupid. Like, for you to say that
was hella disrespectful to the man.
What mature woman who really wants
marriage? And Tiffany and them was like, uh-oh.
Like, for her to even say that's what I like. What do you like, a lover boy? Like, what is to love about a lover boy? What is wrong with you? Y'all are both for the streets, and y'all could go outside to the streets and play together. Leave Marshall alone. That's my take on that. It's that bar scene.
And that's what we're going to end with today.
Yep. But we'll be back.
That is definitely what we're going to end with today. We'll definitely be back for more reviews. I hope you guys definitely enjoy this, because we did. We obviously enjoy sharing our opinions, and we want to share more. So you guys go ahead, as Shimi said, go ahead and comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us if we forgot anything. We'll come back and touch on it. Go ahead, like, share. Listen, we are all for the reviews. We definitely love these shows, and we know you love it, and we are going to touch base on more to come. Thank you guys so much.
Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and follow her on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. She'll drop the
everywhere. I'm everywhere. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna put it in the description, all my links, and you guys are going to be able to get to go on to it and see me and my family and different things that I do. So thank you again. Like, subscribe, share, follow. We're out. Bye.